Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I hope you're off to a beautiful start today. It's so wonderful to lay eyes on you. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. I got to tell you, on the way up to the treehouse this morning, I was thinking, how do I romance this so you fall in love with this study? Because this isn't for everybody. Although, if you allow me to kind of present this to you, regardless of whether or not this is something you ever do, want to do, never want to do again, or something you love, I want you to stay with me for 2 minutes because this is literally a life-changing study. And it's all about running. Now, I'm just going to jump in, pull the Band-Aid, because I know so many people, oh my gosh, I can't stand running. Or some of you are like, oh man, lay it on me. I love to run. No matter where you are, I don't like it or I love it. Just listen to this because there's a place for you in this study. This was all about studying a group of people, literally several thousand people over the course of 20 years. And they were correlating life expectancy and extending longevity in its direct relationship to whether or not you ran. Think about that. They literally were just studying people, runner, non-runner. How much did you run? How little did you run? Did you not? It's just like so cool. But check this out. If you were to be running 2 hours per week, I say like 15 to 20 minutes a day, you could expect to add 3.2 years extra to your life. Wow, 15 to 20 minutes a day, 3 more years of life. I think that's super, super cool. This is where it gets really interesting. If you were to do 5 minutes a day of slow running, just 5 minutes, slow running. So even for those of us who are like, not a runner, never gonna be a runner, I think I can do 5 minutes of slow running and just have fun with it. Do it in front of your neighbors. They're like, what are you doing? It actually does impact your longevity. They didn't necessarily give you an exact, but they say it will improve life expectancy. Number 3, running for 20 minutes all by itself actually helps to decrease premature death by 40%. This is really interesting, right? So it goes back to that 3.2 years of life. So if you're running 20 minutes a day, you literally lower your risk for dying early by over 40%. That's awesome. And I really, really think that's the one that I'm kind of like, oh my gosh. And here's the fun part. You didn't have to be sprinting. You didn't have to be doing Olympic style. This could be a jog. This could be just, just giving yourself permission to move all of your body. And if you're not a runner, see if you can be walking because this correlates with all movement. And lastly, I love this. They actually broke it down to even somebody who runs a minute a day. 1 minute of running actually gave you 7 minutes more of life. And I don't know how they actually figured that out. But I think what's really important here, running is amazing in terms of this study. All movement's amazing. But here's what I think is underneath this. Following through with movement, doing what you know you can do to improve your life expectancy is just one piece. But the whole idea of actually breaking into an extraordinary expression of aliveness, no matter if it's yoga, if it's Pilates, if it's running, if it's swimming, if it's bicycling, there are so many good studies that speak to cardiovascular health and brain health, but I'm all about spiritual health. We know that when we move, it shifts our emotional well-being. It opens us up to a spiritual awareness and something that I think every single day that when we move out of our own way, we start to see a brand new way. It's amazing what the research says in terms of after we move, our vision for what's possible, our augmentation of hope and optimism. That all by itself to me says no matter if you're here for another 3.2 years or not, just while you're here, you are more awake, more aware, and more filled with an experience of what's possible. And that to me is a great life. So, run for your life, live for your best life, express a life that makes you feel alive. Much love, every blessing. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.